Hey guys, today I am doing another Get Ready With Me video, and today I'm super excited because I'm using the new-ish, I guess they came out about a month or so ago. These are the Revolution and Emily Noel 83 collab palettes, the Emily edit. I have both the wants and the needs. I believe these are actually going to be part of their permanent collection, which I didn't realize. I thought that they were just going to be a limited edition, but they're not, and that's awesome because I love these palettes. Emily is one of my favorite YouTubers, and I don't say I love these palettes just because I love her. It's just, I really do enjoy these palettes, and I think the reason I do enjoy them is because I have a very similar makeup taste as she does. A lot of products she likes, I also like, and so that's why I kind of had a feeling I was going to love these, and plus I wanted to get them to support Emily. So I'm going to be using both of these palettes. Obviously the eyeshadows will be from here. I'm going to use some of these cheek palettes and maybe an eye color too. I haven't really planned out this look. As with almost all of my YouTube videos, I'm actually going to work after I film, so it's not going to be too crazy on the makeup. Let's just jump in everything. So I've already moisturized my face, and now I'm going to prime, and this is a travel size of the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, and this is the color correcting adjusting primer. It's a green tinted primer, and I have some redness going on. I don't think green primers really help all that much. Oops, and I just dropped it. But I think that, you know, it's a nice idea. So I'm gonna give that a try. And I actually got this for free. Ulta had a special a while ago with, if you bought a foundation, you got a free travel size Smashbox primer, and you could pick which one. Next, I'm going to be using my Jouer Essential High Coverage Cream Foundation. It says to shake it well. You definitely have to, because I don't really know why it's called a cream foundation. It's very liquidy. So I'm just going to shake it, and you can even hear how liquidy it is. And I'm going to be using the lid of a Bath & Body Works candle as a foundation palette. Because I think it was that Taylor that does that in her videos, and I was like, that's such a good idea, because I have this weird thing where I don't like putting makeup on the back of my hands. But then I'm going to just take a flat top brush and just kind of dab my brush around the foundation palette. Probably shouldn't be using my viewfinder for a mirror. That's a really bad idea. By the way, I'm in the shade Bisque. I probably could go a shade darker, but I don't want it to be too dark, you know? My cat and my dog are in my room right now, so if you hear any animal noises, that's why. Next, I'm going in with my Urban Decay Naked Skin in Fair Neutral, which I believe is the lightest shade. My face looks so much lighter than the rest of my body. I don't know. I feel like I always have issues finding foundations that match me. They're either too light or too dark, and I mean, a lot of the times I'll put on some bronzer and that usually helps, but I promise it's not as unmatching as it might appear right now. So to set my under eye area, I'm actually going to be using my Makeup Geek angled stippling brush because it's kind of small and I really like it for like pressing powder under my eyes. I'm going into the Needs palette, and I'm going to take the shade here called Kindness, and it's a really nice kind of a color correcting kind of powder. I'm just going to apply that on my lid as well, but also under the eye to set the concealer. Because I'm wearing such a full coverage foundation, I'm going to go in with a translucent powder. I'm talking way too fast. Rimmel Stay Matte. It's an awesome translucent powder. It's inexpensive. It sets your makeup. It's just an all-around really good powder. I have not met a single person that has used this powder and doesn't like it. So I think that's pretty good for a powder. That's only like $4. Then I'm going back in with my Needs palette and my very, very dirty Sigma contour brush. I'm going to take the shade Courage and use that, not really to contour, but just to kind of warm up my cheeks. Because I feel like if I don't use contour or bronzer or whatever, I look a little dead, so I don't want to look dead. It's funny though, because if I'm in a rush, like getting ready for work or something, and I don't have time to put on bronzer, I will actually, I mean, I always try to put on a little bit of blush, but there have been times where I'll go to work and people will be like, are you okay? You look a little sick. And I'm like, I'm fine. I'm really pale. Then I'm taking a blush brush from BH Cosmetics, and I'm going to go into the blush shade called Joy. I'm just going to tap into that. really pretty blush shade. And if you guys saw Emily Noel's, her review video, not her review video, her reveal video on these palettes, if you haven't seen it, you should go watch it, because she kind of explains why she chose the colors that she did, why she chose to name the colors that she did, which I thought was really cool, and I really liked hearing her story behind each shade name, like why they were named that, you know, particular name, and I thought it was very interesting. So then I'm going in with an e.l.f. This is the small tapered brush, and the highlighter called Gratitude, which almost looks like it's baked. I don't know if it is, to be honest, but it's super pretty, like especially for every day, because I, you know, don't get me wrong, I like an Ofra or Becca blinding highlight every once in a while, but for every day for work, I mean, I work at a pharmacy, you know, I'm not working at a makeup counter. I would love that job though, just because I could wear whatever makeup I want to wear. Now, I don't actually know if my job has any like standards for what makeup you can and can't wear, but you know, I don't want to do anything too crazy. So anyways, I'm just rambling now. I'm gonna go in with my Laura Geller Brow Sculpting Marker, which the name, it's kind of like the letters have moved around on here, like they've kind of rubbed off. I don't know. It's in the shade Auburn. And I'm gonna take that and I'm just going to create my eyebrows, because I don't really have much of an eyebrow to begin with, so I kind of have to start from scratch. I have to say this Laura Geller brow sculpting marker is probably one of my favorite brow products. The Auburn shade really matches my hair color very nicely, and it stays on, and it's so easy to apply, because I am not an eyebrow connoisseur by any means, but I mean, yeah, my eyebrows are thin, but that's just the way they are. But yeah, I really, really like this eyebrow marker a lot. So then, going into the fun part, the shadow. Well, this next step isn't that much fun. It's priming the eyes. But it is essential, because, you know, you want your eyeshadow to appear vibrant, stay all day, especially if you work a long day. I'm using my Urban Decay Primer Potion. Because the Once has so many different colors, I am going to mostly be using that for my eyeshadow, but I think I'm going to use Faith as like my transition color. It's kind of like a medium dark brown. Maybe not as a transition color, that might not really be the right word, but that's just going to be my color to kind of get started in my crease. And I'm going to be using a Sigma E25. So I'm doing a little bit of Faith. And I'm just going to blend that in my crease. There are good transition colors in the Once palette, but I did want to use at least one shadow from the Needs in this look. I didn't want to use just the face colors, so that's why I picked this one. And it's a really nice kind of a mid-tone brown. These colors are just so easy to blend. Oh my goodness. I love it. So that is it for the Needs palette for this look. Then I'm going in with the Wants. I don't know what kind of look I'm going for. I'm wearing a gray shirt, so I feel like I don't really have to coordinate too much. I think I'm going to go in with this Makeup Geek Pointed Crease Brush. I can't remember if I've used Makeup Geek in other Get Ready With Me videos. I'm sure I have, but these brushes are super nice. So I think I'm going to go into the shade Pi-Fi, which is kind of like a dark plum. When you look at it from a distance, it almost looks like a brown, but it's actually more of like a plum. Really pretty. So I'm just going to take that on this brush and put it right in my crease. These brushes are really awesome for small eyes, if you're like me and you have small eyes, because they're not too large and they really, I don't know, they do a good job of defining the eye, so I do like these brushes a lot, and they're really good quality too. Then I'm taking my e.l.f. Fluffy Eye Blender brush and the shade The Cream, which is a really nice matte cream color, and I'm going to use that to highlight my brow and also kind of blend out the edges of those other two crease shades I just put down. Then I'm going in with my Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use the shade Top Story. I've done a lot of different looks with this palette. I've done a lot of the tutorials that Emily did on her channel, but I've always wanted to try a look with Top Story and Pi-Fi. I think like plums and golds look really nice together. So I'm going to take a little bit of Top Story, which is very, very metallic and pigmented. Look how pretty that is. I find that these kinds of shimmery shades work best with either a synthetic brush or like a flat shader like this that's kind of short, because then you can really kind of pack and sweep all over the lid. My final color for my crease, I'm going to be using the Makeup Geek small crease brush. I know I'm using a lot of different colors. I mean, a lot of different colors, but a lot of different brushes. Just use, you know, whatever brushes you have. What shade should I go into? I think I'm going to use Apartment, which is like a dark brown, and I'm just going to use that kind of as final touches in the crease. Now, if you want to make this more dramatic, you can go in with Dark and Early. I even think Corduroy would look really pretty with the gold, which is kind of that matte, darker greenish color. Is it green? Teal? I don't know. I think it looks green, but, you know, that's just me. And I'm taking my e.l.f. brush again, one final blend around the edges. Just, you know, you want to make sure there are no harsh lines. And then I'm going to go in with my lower lashes. I'm just using a short little kind of a liner brush. This is the Morphe B75. And I'm going to take a little bit more of, I think I'm going to use Pi Phi, because I really like the way plums look on green eyes. So I think this would be kind of a pretty lower lash line accent color. And I'm just going to smudge it all the way on my lower lashes. Next for liner, I'm going to be using my Laura Geller Kajal Longwear Pencil Liner. I really like this formula. It's really long wearing. And I'm just going to line my waterline with that. And then I'm also going to take some of it, smudge it on the upper lashes. And then for mascara, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. This is a little mini I got in I think it was an Ulta sample bag. Really nice mascara. I've never tried it before, and I do like it. My final step for this look is to put on a little bit of some liquid lipstick, because I love a good liquid lipstick. And I'm going to be using the Too Faced Melted Matte and Sugar Cookie from their holiday collection. It's just a mini, but it is such a good formula, such a pretty color, and I love the smell. And that is my completed get ready with me video. It's funny because I always say, oh, I don't want to do a look that's too dramatic because I have to go to work, but I think this might be more makeup than most people wear to work, but I also do love makeup and I love wearing a full face every day. So I have to say, I really do enjoy both of these palettes. I think that they're awesome. I'm so happy I got to support Emily, and I'm so happy for her that she got to do this collab. That's super awesome. So I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me video, and I will see you Thursday for another video. Bye!